Hey everyone! In today's video, I'm going to show you how to solve a rational equation. Before we begin, I want to make sure that you know how to factor polynomials. This is extremely important once we get further in the problem and is a necessary step to solve all of these equations. So let's take a look at the given example. X minus 1 equals 3 over x plus 1. Now, the first step, always, when dealing with this type of problem, is to set restrictions. From our experience, restrictions can be found whenever we're dealing with fractions, specifically because the denominator can't be 0. If it is, we get an undefined value for the fraction, which we want to avoid. Thus, we need to solve for all values of x where any denominator is equal to 0. In this case, we only have one denominator, x plus 1 on the right side of the equal sign. So, we say that x plus 1 cannot be equal to 0, so x cannot equal 0 minus 1, and x cannot be negative 1. Great, we found the restriction. Now we need to multiply everything by the lowest common denominator in order to set this up as a polynomial equation, which will make it easy to solve. So the left side becomes x minus 1 by x plus 1, and the right side will contain the original fraction multiplied by x plus 1. The x plus 1's cancel, and we expand the left side. The plus x and minus x cancel, so we're just left with x squared minus 1 is equal to 3. The next step is to solve as a polynomial equation. From our previous experience working with quadratics and higher degree polynomials, we know that to solve means to set one side equal to 0 and factor. So, in this case, we'll just make the right side 0 by moving the 3 to the left. This leaves us with x squared minus 1 minus 3, which simplified is just x squared minus 4. Now, before doing the quadratic formula, you should notice that x squared minus 4 is actually just the difference of squares. It's x minus 2 by x plus 2. These are the factors of the equation, and we set each equal to 0 in order to find the solutions. For x plus 2 is equal to 0, we get that x is negative 2, and for x minus 2 is equal to 0, we get that x is equal to 2. Excellent, we found the solutions. However, before we rejoice, we need to check the solutions with our restrictions. This is because a solution that is also a restriction isn't actually a solution. Restrictions take precedence over solutions. In this case, there are no matching solutions and restrictions, so we know that we're done solving. As a last and optional step, we can substitute our solutions into the equation to make sure that we're correct. First, we'll sub in negative 2 for x, and we get that negative 2 minus 1 equals 3 over negative 2 plus 1. So continued on, that's negative 3 is equal to 3 over negative 1, and negative 3 is equal to negative 3. So now we verified that negative 2 is in fact a solution. Next, we sub in 2 for x. So we have 2 minus 1 is equal to 3 over 2 plus 1. So 1 is equal to 3 over 3, and 1 is indeed equal to 1. So now we verify that both x is equal to negative 2 and x is 2. These rational equations are often seen in combined rates problems. For example, Johnny eats 4 cakes in an hour while Mary eats 2. How many do they eat combined in 2 hours? But that's something to cover in another video. So anyway, this is how you solve a rational equation. I hope this video has helped. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day.